What's up guys, it's Ace to the Third, and today I'm going to be showcasing to you the top 5 Mega Swampert movesets in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. About 14 hours ago, we received the stats of all 4 Mega Pokemon that were released in the demo, which is Mega Swampert, Mega Steelix, Mega Sceptile, and Mega Glalie. I was able to compose movesets of all those Pokemon, seeing as I had enough information to compose cool movesets. So I know that you guys are excited for this, because I know you guys want to know what to expect to have in the game. So we're going to go ahead and get started, but before we do, I gotta showcase to you guys, or tell you, the stats of Mega Swampert. So he's going to be having 100 base HP, he's going to be having 150 base attack, 110 base defense, 95 into its special attack, 110 into its defense, and 70 into its speed. So now that you guys know the stats and you have the formalities out of the way, we should go ahead and get started with number 5. Starting out our list at number 5 is going to be our tank set. You're going to be wanting the ability Damp, and this is going to be omnipresent on every single Swampert set unless a move contradicts that. The reason being is because you're not going to have any situation whatsoever where having Torrent on Swampert is going to be advantageous at all. The reason being is because you're going to be wanting to Mega Evolve as soon as you come in, and there's no reason for you not to Mega Evolve ever, because it has the same typing. There's nothing that you're going to want to do that you shouldn't Mega Evolve for. So that reason, that's where we're going to have Damp, and Damp is far better because at least you're going to be able to take explosions and self-destructs, because that's what the Damp ability does. So anyway, you're going to be wanting to have 248 into its HP, 156 into its defense, and 104 into its special attack. You're going to be wanting to Relax Nature also. So your moveset is going to be Stealth Rock, Ice Beam, Scald, and Earthquake. Now, this is a really awesome set because, like I said, Swampert has 100 HP and 110 base defenses, so it's going to be taking a lot of hits pretty easily, even on a special site, even if you didn't invest into it. This is an awesome set because it has things like Landorus, who can't really do much to it, Landorus Staring and other physical Pokemon that really can't touch it unless they have a super effective hit, which is hard because there's not many things that hit Swampert super effectively outside of Freeze Dry and Grass type moves. So you're going to be wanting 104 into your special attack stats so that you're able to one-shot Landorus Darien with an Ice Beam after Stealth Rock. That is a really awesome thing because not a lot of people are going to be expecting Ice Beam on this thing whatsoever unless it gets the standard. So be sure to have Ice Beam on it, and it's going to be hitting a lot of Pokemon really hard. Oh my goodness gracious. Like Landoruses and Gliscors and Zapdoses and Thundurus. There's tons of Pokemon that will be hit by Ice Beam, so be sure to run that and be not too revealing with it, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. Scald is so you can have burn damage, and Earthquake is because it's a extremely powerful attack, because even if you don't invest into its attack stat, it still has 306, I do believe, so it's pretty powerful. Anyway, all the Pokemon you see on the bottom are potential partners, and these are going to be omnipresent on each of the Pokemon sets, because these Pokemon are just generally what works really good with Swampert. The best thing for this particular moveset will either be Celebi, Ferrothorn, or Chansey, or all 3. The reason being is because each of these things can provide HP recovery back to Swampert, Celebi and Ferrothorn through Leech Seed, and Wish through Chansey. So that's awesome because Swampert doesn't have any way to recover its HP. You have Latios, which actually is able to take the grass type attacks that Swampert can't take, so that's a good thing. But the best part about it is that it's able to go for Healing Wish, and after it's able to go for a Healing Wish, it can bring Swampert back in safely and have full HP, which will be something that's really, really beneficial for it because it can't run leftovers. Magnezone is for Ferrothorns. Heatran is because it's able to run the move Roar, and it also has good defensive synergy with Swampert also. You're going to have Thundurus because Thundurus is a good Pokemon in general because of its extremely fast stat and speed stat actually, and its large special attack stat, and its typing, which is able to take grass type attacks that are aimed at Swampert. Plus it's able to go for moves like Taunt and be able to set up and go for Focus, Blast, and Nasty Plats, and a whole bunch of mess that will benefit from Stealth Rocks that Swampert sets up. Finally, we have Skarmory, which Skarmory is a really good Pokemon to run with Swampert. Ever since Generation 3, that's been a really, really solid core, and now that this thing has a Mega, it's going to be even more solid. So Skarmory is really good too because it's able to set up spikes and can go ahead and take grass type attacks too. So that is set number 1, but we got to move on 4 other ones, so we had to keep on going. So let's go ahead and move on. Next at number 4 is going to be our offensive sets. You're going to be wanting to have The ability Damp, like I said earlier on, you're going to have 80 base HP, 252 attack, and 176 into your speed with an Adamant Nature. Your moveset is going to be Low Kick, Earthquake, Waterfall, and Stealth Rock. Now this is a really awesome set. You can interchange Stealth Rock for either Ice Punch or Stone Edge, so be aware of that. You can also exchange Low Kick for Hammer Arm if you have you have problems getting Low Kick. This is an awesome set because, like I said, Swampert has a 150 base attack stat, so you're going to be able to hit a lot of things pretty dang hard. This is an awesome set because with Low Kick and or Hammer Arm, you're able to hit things like Ferrothorn, which is 2 shots. 2 shots. It's 2 shots. Wow. Like, that's insane. Waterfall is going to be doing a ton of damage to things, and Earthquake with Waterfall has a really large amount of coverage, and depending whether or not you run Stealth Rock or Ice Punch or Stone Edge, you're going to have even more coverage after that. I think if you run Ice Punch, that you're going to have perfect coverage. There's nothing that resists that combination besides Shedinja, but I mean Shedinja, hello. And I think Stone Edge is the same way. This is an awesome set because you're able to hit tons of things pretty hard. So you're going to be wanting to have the Pokemon I have showcased here. I have Slowbro and I have Kofagor Grievous here because those are things that are able to take care of Mega Medicham, because this doesn't have that much defense. I mean, it does have a lot of defense, but it's not able to take too many hits too. So don't just throw it out there, because it still can't take too many hits with it not having the ability to recover its HP by itself. So that's why I added those 2 things to the team synergy. Also, the 176 into its HP is because it's able to outspeed defensive Landorus, and it's able to outspeed anything that's under 220 speed. So that includes Zoomerells, Cresselias, which no one uses, Rotoms, and other Pokemon that are really slow. So that's a really good thing to have on Swampert because it's actually pretty fast for base 70, and you'll see why in the next coming sets. So let's go ahead and move on to those sets because everyone wants to see what we have. Let's go. Next set, number 3, which is probably my coolest and most innovative set, which I really like, is going to be our Curse Tanking set. You're going to be wanting the ability Damp with 248 into its HP, 8 into its attack, and 252 into its special defense with a Careful Nature. The moveset will be Curse, Waterfall, Rest, and Sleep Talk. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful set. The reason why is because Swampert has 110 special defense with water-based HP. It's able to take special attacks pretty dang well because there's not many things at all in OU that have special grass typing attacks, so it's going to be pretty easy for Swampert to tank lots of attacks. It's on its specialist side. What you're going to be wanting to do is set up curses, and once you get to a low enough HP level where you think you're going to be KO'd, you're going to be wanting to go for a rest, which will get your HP back to full, and then after that you go through Sleep Talks, which is able to either select Waterfall or Curse making you more powerful, and Waterfall being able to come off your strong physical attack stat. Now, I have Gothitelle here as one of the Pokemon that you might want as your partner. The reason being is that either this or Magnezone should be on your team, is because this is completely stopped by things either that have the Storm Jam or Water absorbability, or are things like Ferrothorn, which even if you do set up the +6, it's not going to matter that much anyway. So Gothitelle is good because it's able to fire off energy balls at things that have Storm Jam, like Showdown, which you probably won't see, or things like, I don't know, Vaporeon, which might have a water absorbability. So it's good for those things like that. Magnezone's also good too because it's able to trap Ferrothorn, but you don't have a broader spectrum of things that you can actually trap. So either of those things work, but I think Gothitelle is definitely more superior for this. So you're going to be wanting to have either something like a Skarmory, a Latios, or a Mandibuzz, because you're going to be wanting to have no entry hazards with this. You're going to be wanting to have as much HP as possible. So entry hazards are a no-no on your side. But having them up on their side is pretty good too, because you're going to be inducing plenty of switches. So Mandibuzz is pretty good because it has good defensive synergy, and it's able to get rid of the things like Stealth Rock, and it's also able to go for moves like the Foul Play and the, what's it called, the Knockoff. That's what it is. So anyway, so that's the cool, pretty simplistic set, but we have two more sets. So let's go ahead and stay tuned and go on to the next awesome set. Coming in at number two is going to be our Rest Talk set. Now, I know what you guys are probably thinking about a specific moveset that hasn't come up yet, but it might come up at number 1, might not, but we gotta stay tuned. So anyway, this Rest Talk set is going to be having 248 ABs to its HP, 224 into its defense, and 36 into its speed, with a relaxed nature. Scald, Earthquake, Rest, and Sleep Talk are going to be your moves. The first thing you're probably wondering is like why I have a Relaxed Nature with 36 speed. With that, you're able to outspeed a Zumorel. If the Zumorel doesn't run any speed, you're able to outspeed it and you're able to hit it pretty hard because, like I said, what a 50 base physical attack is not a joke. With this set, you're able to take a lot of hits because of your huge defenses, and with Breast Talk, it actually runs pretty dang good because with Scald, you're able to burn things, which means you're able to take physical attacks even more efficiently. With Earthquake, you're able to have really good coverage too, so you have 2 stabs and you're able to spread status too with Scald and you're able to stay healthy with Sleep Talk. Sylveon is a good partner because Sylveon can easily go ahead and go for Heal Bells. Chansey does the same thing and so does Celebi, but I added Sylveon because Sylveon is a good Pokemon in general and it's able to run the Heal Bell pretty effectively. And it's able to run Wish too. Anyway, so this is also a really simplistic set, but the most complex and the coolest one is coming up at number 1, so let's go ahead and stay tuned for that because that one is just the best thing I've ever seen, and let's go. At number 1, we have our Swift Swim Sweeper set. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the one that everyone wanted. Anyway, we're going to have the ability Damp, like on the other ones. You're going to be wanting 252 into our attack, 252 in our speed, and 4 into our special defense. And we're going to be wanting a Adamant Nature with a moveset of Rain Dance, Waterfall, Earthquake, and Ice Punch. Now, this is what you're going to be wanting to do. After a Rain Dance, you are able to outspeed a plethora of things. The only thing I do believe that you cannot outspeed is Mega Aerodactyl, but who the hell uses Mega Aerodactyl? And you're probably not going to have issues with that either because, I mean, it's Mega Aerodactyl. I mean, you can't really touch Swampert at all. Also, you're not able to outspeed Mega Alakazam too. And if you're honestly worried about those 2 things, just run a Jolly Nature. You outspeed those things and think you outspeed things like Ninjax too. Really fast Pokemon. Anyway, so the whole premise of this set is to come in, you only need 1 turn to set up because of Rain Dance, and Rain Dance is able to make you faster for about 5 turns. So then you're able to go for extremely powerful Waterfalls. Those Waterfalls will be a mess to deal with. I mean, Stab plus Rain is just not going to be advantageous for anything that doesn't resist it. Earthquake because it has good Stab, and because it is a good coverage move along with Waterfall. Finally, your move either could be Ice Punch, but you can easily replace that with either Superpower, a Low Kick. You don't want to do Hammering because that's counterintuitive, or you could do Stone Edge or Rock Slide. Personally, outside of Ice Punch, the main one I would probably run is Low Kick, because with Low Kick you're able to hit things like Tyrannotars, which make it so that your rain goes away. You're able to hit things like Ferrothorn, Heatrands, even though you probably wouldn't do that, but you're able to hit a lot more things with Low Kick. You could do the same thing with Superpower, but I don't think it's worth it with Superpower whatsoever because it lowers your defenses and it's just not really good for Swampert in my opinion. So anyway, that is the set. On this set, you're probably going to have something like Scizor. The reason why is because Scizor really benefits from Rain, and plus Scizor is able to go for priority attacks and is able to take grass type moves pretty dang effectively, with it being 4 times resistant to it. Also, Magnezone is extremely good in this situation because something like Ferrothorn basically ruins this set. So having a Magnezone is really good for that because it's able to stop Ferrothorn pretty dang effectively. Anyway, so that is our last moveset. I hope you guys like these 5 movesets. If you like this video, please go ahead and leave a like rating in the like box thing, and that'd be wonderful. And if you guys want more moveset videos, go ahead and stay tuned and subscribe because I have 3 more coming up, plus more when the game comes out and I get more information about more Pokemon stats. So I thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Ace the Third, and I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.